Well, it's been over a year now that I have had this Ryobi 4-gallon backpack sprayer, and to date it's one of the hottest topics on my channel. I haven't done a follow-up on it for what it was like owning this thing for the past year, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm not going to go over the details of the specs or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and link my initial review, in-depth review about this, very thorough. It has a lot of detail in it, and it talks about this backpack sprayer in detail, and after just a couple months of use, some of the hiccups that I had with it. So I'll go ahead and leave that up here in the corner. This 1 year review is coming from me, an average homeowner who's just a lawn enthusiast. I love taking care of my lawn. I use this for my lawn products. I've put biostimulants, fertilizer, herbicides. I've put just about everything that you would want to put through it. It's been able to get it out every time. In fact, I used the stock fan tip on this thing for an entire year. I was able to get this from my local Home Depot, so it was very accessible to me. It was a good price. I think I paid around 150 bucks for it. It gets a point in that department from me for its cost, because some of these other sprayers on the market can get into the $300–400 range sometimes. One of the things that I really like about this sprayer too is that you can swap out the Tjet nozzles on it. So I have right here, just recently I did a video on my channel that talks all about different tips that you can choose, and this is the Tjet Blood Jet tip right there. And you can see I don't have any kind of special attachments on here or nothing. Just pop this off, pop the old fan tip out, and screwed that back in, and it worked great. I just, in fact, put my first application of Green Punch and CK out. The issue that I had with the pump on this backpack sprayer that I still have not been able to figure out to this day what causes that. I still have that problem, and I had it the last time I used it. It's really annoying when you're in the middle of an application and something happens to the pump. I don't know what it is, but it loses pressure, and when the pressure drops like that, to stop. And if you want to make sure you get an even application, you have to wait and reprime the pump or whatever. You have to figure out, give it a break. I can't figure it out. So I guess the real question, given those two things, is would I buy this sprayer again? Having had the chance to use some other sprayers that are on the market, I have to say that if I was a beginner getting into backpack spraying and I wanted something that maybe was easily accessible to me, fit into my Ryobi tools that I already have, I think I would buy it again. A lot of people that have commented on my other videos said that this pump issue that I've had, some other people had that issue, and others had that issue, and they just reached out to customer support, and they were either able to send them a new unit, they were able to return it to Home Depot, or they got it fixed somehow. I'm the type of person that wants something to work right out of the box. I don't want to have to go back to the store. That being said, there's never been a time where I wasn't able to turn the pump on and off a couple times, or spray back into the tank and let the pressure build back up or something like that. I never had a point of no return. More of an annoyance than it is a deal breaker. I never had any issues with it leaking. I never had any issues with the pump completely stopping, and I still really do not like the lid that screws on the top, but I was able to get it on. The lid doesn't go on easily for me, and maybe it's just me. If it is, that's fine. I would buy it again as a beginner entry-level thing. I guess the biggest things that I don't like about it are the tank design. It's kind of, because the tank is flat on top, I kind of talked about this in the other video, the tank is flat on top, and so it's hard to empty it and clean it out and get all the liquid out. You kind of have to shake it upside down. The batteries have been fine, the charger's been fine. There has been this pump issue that I've talked about, but other than that, I can't complain. I can't complain about it. It's been a pretty solid unit. For the rest of this season, I'm going to be using the PetraTools HD 4000 backpack sprayer that they have sent to me. So if you're looking at something that's supposedly more professional, you might want to follow along for that and see my thoughts on that as we go through the season. I want to thank everybody who has recently subscribed to my channel, and all those who have been subscribed for my journey all along. I really appreciate that. And if you found this review helpful, I really hope you'll hit that like button for me to let me know. If you have any additional questions about my experience with this thing, please leave them down in the comments. I'd love to respond to your guys' comments. I will catch you in the next one.